representing the entire film and television director registered in Nigeria. Is an Apex Guild, and very much correct again. We are responsible for the creative equity of thousands of film and television productions in Nigeria. So we are very much positioned for impact making. And then to your question, well, mentorship in Nollywood has always been a case of informal arrangement, where some directors who have gone way before now, a few of them tend to look back to mentor others. So it's been an informal arrangement. But what I have always proposed is a structured and systematic arrangement where it is imbued within the creative sector. Because let's be honest, those who came before us, one of their primary responsibility is to ensure that we that are coming after them are not just trained, but positioned in such a way that will become a success. We are also going to do that for the people that are coming, and the generation like that, it goes on and on and on. I've also been one who is in forefront of mentorship through my film institutions like Abuja Film Academy, Enugu Film Academy, Media College. Some of these institutions have lasted for over 7 years, 10 years, and it has been in one of my greatest desires to train people, to mentor people. I didn't have such much privileges, coming into the industry. It has always been, it was a case of personal struggles, personal determination to get to the point where I am. I don't think that people coming after me deserve that. I feel like they deserve a structured mentorship program where. Oh, good.
Let me.
It's actually a very, very big opportunity. So imagine now that you're in 100 level, being able to have already a Cosmopolitan University certificate. While you're saying 100, you already have the certificate and you already have the skill. So what are the skills we are training you on filmmaking? Because I know some of it editing, cinematography, continuity, sound, acting. So there are so many aspects to it. And right now there's so much money on social media, right? I hope you know, right? So there's so much money on social media and of course digital space in general. So some of you will want to make a lot of money in the future, and this is a great opportunity. And the beautiful thing is that as a student of Cosmopolitan University, you have 10% discount. So instead of paying what others are paying, others coming from outside, who you may have seen on Fridays, for those of you who may have seen some group of people, my chunk looking people sometimes, is they are paying 300,000. But as a student of Cosmopolitan, you're paying just 280,000, all right? And at the end of the 4-month period, you get a certificate in film. Do you know who is a director, movie director? Eh? Do you know who is a movie director? Okay, it might be very. Okay, Mr.
Very strange.
Please, do you want to say something?
Okay, yeah, I really don't want to say anything. My principal has actually said everything he needs to say. But I think there's an opportunity for you to get something, a fresh idea or fresh knowledge of the opportunities that you have as a content creator or a filmmaker. And we are privileged to have the national chairman of Nigerian Film Festival Association and the national vice president of Directors Guild of Nigeria in our president. He's here with me. He's a colleague and a friend, Mr. Uche Agbo. He will just come just to say, well, for 2 minutes, the opportunities that you can have as a content creator or as a filmmaker. Please let us just oblige Mr. Uche. Just 2 minutes of your time. Please put that together for me.
Alright, sorry. How many of you are even interested in filmmaking to start with? Let me be sure I'm talking to the right people.
Is anyone interested in filmmaking to start with?
I'm thinking of.
You're thinking about it.
oh, good.
Okay, so everything they have said so far has not permitted to your minds at all, right? Okay, you are. At least there's one person, two, three, okay. She's rejecting it.
No, I'm not rejecting it.
Okay, so that makes it about four. That means the greater percentage of the people here are not really interested in filmmaking. But that's okay. What they're asking for is a skill. Which other skills are we interested in aside filmmaking? So when you hear filmmaking, it's not about just acting. There's a lot of skills. I heard the first speaker. I think it's about skill acquisition. And there's no skill that's useless. So if you have opportunity to learn new skills, it's very important. Because you don't know where it's going to come in handy. Whether it is your editing, whether it's makeup, whether it's costuming, whether it is graphics, whether it's content creating, whether it is digital mobile photography, whether it is proper photography, whichever skill. There's no skill that's wasted. So if you have an opportunity to add a skill to whatever you are currently pursuing as a course, please do take it. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is the skill that you have acquired. Not
Internet, social media.
Social media.
But you must come with the school.
Of course.
Social media outside the
Yeah. So he's going to be the next president. He's aspiring to be the next president of the GN, Directors Guild of Nigeria.
Okay, the director.
Nationwide,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So all the films you directed here.
It's actually a document for our people to let them know what we intend to do.
Oh, this is your manifesto?
Yes, please.
Okay, so
No, guys, are
but
politicians.
I'm not voting for you.
Maybe they just want you to flip through and see what it looks like.
Okay, it's alright.
Yes.
Okay, welcome to Cosmopolitan.
Yeah. So this is
You're in good hands. Okay. They're part of the town and gown
Program, yeah.
initiative.
Yeah, so we're even going to tell you, we want to move it to the upper week. We found out that Friday, that next week Friday is Saturday. Everybody's saying,
Don't bring around.
everybody said they will come, so we want to make it the upper week. Yeah, 13.
If you bring around, they'll come.
Yeah.
My pleasure meeting you.
Yes.
I'll give you my number.
Okay,
Let's get talking.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to go.
Yes, sir.
Are you
What's
taking
up?
him
So
round?
do I, yeah, I've taken him round. He's about to leave now, but we wanted to just say hi to him. So do I do another later for a change of date, 13th?
No, not the.
What? For this hot afternoon, now that is going on.
first floor on your left. That's for sure. Mrs. Jenna. Hi.
I'll call you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so please tell me your name.
Uche Agbo is the name, Mr. Uche Agbo.
Uche
Yes.
Agbo.
Yes.
Okay. You're what now?
No,
How do I introduce
the
you?
AGBO, yes, the National Vice President, Directors Guild of Nigeria.
Nollywood. But basically, you know, Nollywood is all about the people who are gracing our screen all the time, right? I'm sure when I ask you the name of 1, 2, 3 actors, 10 of them, you can just give me off your fingertips. But what if I ask you about the name of, you know, some directors, you know, who make things happen, who make those beautiful stories come to life? Can you be able to call 1 or 2 of them? Well, I guess not. But we'll be talking with some of the directors who are here with me in the studio. Issues around welfare, issues around the politics, the economy of Nollywood, and basically all the things that we can touch this afternoon, right? So that's how we get to kickstart. And then at 1 o'clock, I will be having a conversation. I'll be having guests from PPDC join me. The National Morning Day. Swat, and thank you so much for being here. Let me start by introducing to you Mr. Uche Agbo, who is the National Vice Chairman, Directors Guild of Nigeria. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Good afternoon, the National Vice President.
National Vice President. Sorry,
Yes.
I really apologize for that. I didn't get that right. National Vice President, Directors Guild of Nigeria, and Mr. Emmanuel Iyaba, the immediate past chairman and incoming PRO of the Directors Guild of Nigeria. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
So, like I was asking earlier on, I'm sure lots and lots of people, when they hear your names, it might not ring a bell. But if it were to be,
Actors.
RMD, I'm just like, hey, and all of that. How does that make you guys feel, when it comes? Because I know that the directors are the guys who give life to the movies we watch, right?
Very correct.
Yeah, so how does that feel that sometimes they're not well appreciated as much as you want to be?
It's a mixed feeling,
Mhm.
but as film directors, we must have to accept that, knowing that our job, like you said, is to give life to film.
Yeah.
And so we can make do with that. We're building legacies, we're telling stories, we're doing what we're very passionate about. And of course, the actors are our collaborators. We collaborate with them, use their body and their voice to tell stories. So it's okay for them to be popular.
Yeah.
It's also okay for us to stay behind the scene, because that's where that's where we thrive. And so yeah, how does it make us feel? Like I said, it's a mixed feeling, because you could give an actor an opportunity to star in a movie, and then that movie goes boom and goes all over the place, and becomes the person becomes famous. And then you walk into maybe a restaurant and nobody they can even push you aside. In fact, I've been in a situation where somebody handed me a phone to snap him and the actor that I participated in, or I was part of the process of building. But it's okay. It's okay. They are the stars. They are the stars.
You say the truth, doesn't it make you feel a tinge jealous?
And you wanted to know who directed it, so it's not a problem anyway.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, so Directors Guild of Nigeria. Let's talk about the you are the.
I'm currently the vice president,
vice
aspiring to be the next president.
Oh, nice. Are you serious?
Yes.
Tell us about your ambition.
Okay, well,
what do you guys do as a body, basically?
Okay, Directors Guild of
welfare
Nigeria, generally is an umbrella body that houses all the film and television directors in the country. Majority of the people who are registered under us, we are well over close to 1,000 people across from the east, west, north, and south. Our job is to ensure that the welfare of members are protected. Our job is to fight for our directors, filmmakers, and ensure that they don't get abused or insulted or talked down on, and the sanctity and dignity of the director. Because the director is like a chef. He is actually the chief artist on set. He's the one who pulled together all the resources provided by the producer to tell the story. So we look at ourselves as the god on set, because we are the creators of the film you watch. So in retraining, we're also interested in mentorship, ensuring that those who have actually been practicing for quite a long time, provide some sort of mentoring for people who are coming, right after them. So it's and then again, we're round table and have this conversation. It's a very hard conversation that some directors die in penury after making tons and tons and tons of films. At the end of the day, they die poor. In fact, a little health challenge, and they are crying for help because they don't make as much. They don't.
It's so heartbreaking when you get to see this sort of stuff, Even though we don't like you said, the directors are barely known, but when you see someone who has been there, you've known the person who has acted well, and then they come and they're begging the general public for some sort of welfare.
That's part of the issue, because I've always maintained that royalty system is not working in Nollywood. Royalty is a situation where you make a film, and after the first sale, any other form of sale that the movie makes, you have to earn from it. It does not.
As the director too?
Yes, as a director. But it doesn't work. That system doesn't work here. So you could see a director who have made over 200 movies, dying in hunger, dying in poverty. That's not supposed to be. As a director in well-developed and structured environment, if you make 2-3 films, you may decide you don't want to make any film again for the rest of your life. Exactly. Anywhere that movie is sold, you get a percentage of it. But here, we don't have that culture. But that's part of the structure and the system that we're looking at installing, because it is important that we have those core conversations.
All right, Mr. Uche, you know when we talk about movies, always a Lagos thing, Lagos thing. But you get to meet a lot of people here. They tell you, yeah, well, the movie industry too here is, so basically, what's the structure like? What are you guys doing, to ensure that this industry locally too grows?
Okay.
Just talk to me about
All right,
that.
thank you so much, Swat. Just as we all know, the industry in Nigeria is segmented. You know, there's a sector you hear Lagos filmmakers, get to hear Sabah filmmakers. Yeah, you also get to hear of Kannywood, which has to do with the north. So there's actually a thriving industry in Abuja, and we have peculiar movies that we make in Abuja. And incidentally, there are more of advocacy films, where we make films for for organizations, for parastatals like plays, docudramas and stuff. But there is still an industry in Abuja here, which I've been opportune to be the chairman. And as a chairman, we've collaborated with a couple of agencies to have master classes. Master classes not just for our members, but for the generality of people out there. We've partnered with the Abuja Film Village to have a master class where people even had to learn new skills, how to upgrade their skills and their talents in filmmaking. And we had a lot of people, even from the ministries, they all came and they were part and parcel of that. So the industry in Abuja might not be as that in Lagos, because Lagos is actually the hub where all of this is happening. But we are still been doing our best, and strategically, why I'm also vying for the position of the national PRO is because we actually need more access to where it's happening, like the government. Because one thing we've lacked that my incoming president has talked about is structures. There have really not been structures in Nollywood. From the advent of Nollywood, the industry actually started with a group of traders just looking for ways of selling their tapes and started making films.